Next, let's talk about sorting and filtering. Also some very simple, very useful functions in Excel. So suppose I have a data set like this. What's this? I have several products to be sold to several customers. And for each transaction, I record some information. Like in transaction 1, I'm selling product capital A to customer small a. I sold customer small a 12 units of product A. And then I have transaction 2. For transaction 3, this customer purchased 2 things from me, A and B, and I have the quantities respectively. So for transaction 7, this is a little bit weird. This customer ordered the product D, and then product C, and then product C again. So maybe this customer asked for 2 different shipping address or whatever. So anyway, let's take a look at this data set. Sometimes I want to sort according to several different criteria, like, well, there are so many products. May I group product A, product B, product C together? Of course we can. If we want to sort according to just one single column, one single variable, what should we do? Select the table that you are interested in, and then data. Use the data tab here to find the sorting buttons. Just click on this A to Z. You get all these rows sorted according to the column that you are currently pointing to. Okay, if I type here and then A to Z, it becomes sorted by customer ID. Of course, I can reverse it. Okay, so I just reverse it. Nothing really different. We can observe that the title row is not changed. So in Excel, when we use these 2 buttons, it automatically consider your first row as your caption rows or title rows. So in this case, they will be fixed there. Okay, so like quantity, okay, from the small to the large. So that means, okay, so this is the transaction that we sell the most products. Sometimes you need that information. So sometimes we want to sort according to multiple columns one by one. We sort from column 1 first, and then if there are some ties, we break tie by according to column 2, something like that. So now I want to do that. I want to sort according to customers first. And if a customer repeats, then I want to sort according to, for example, products. So what should I do? I use this sort button here. It's going to create a dialog. It says that, okay, please choose several levels and then tell us how to do sorting for each level. So for level 1, which is the top priority, I say I want to sort according to customer ID. You can say you want to sort on values or something else. Typically, we use values. And then your orders from A to Z or Z to A, well, you decide. And then if there is a tie, that's sort based on product ID. And then also A to Z. So how about this? I'm going to add one more. I'm going to use quantity. And then it automatically sees that these are numbers I want to do from large to small, for example. Okay, then I'm done. This is the first key for me to do the sorting, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Good. And then when A is the same, I use product to do sorting. When R is the same, I use product to do sorting. Here, when product is also the same, we use quantity to do the sorting. So that's how we do sorting in a table like this. Okay, of course we can always reverse it back. Looks fine. Alright, so that's sorting. Here we also see filter. On the table that you want to do some filtering, you just click on filter, and then you can go to each this small drop-down list to take a look. So here it tells you that you have A, B, C, D, 4 kinds of products. So how about I just want to take a look at the outcome with B and D? Well, you just do that selection, and then you only see B and D here. The row numbers becomes blue as it is a result that is returned by the filtering function. So you also can go back and then deselect everything. That means we want to take everything, and then, okay, this is the result. So let's try customer ID. For customer ID, we can see that, okay, we have all these things. Let's focus on, for example, customer R, customer S, and customer T. Well, it's there. So simple. And after you filter one time, you can filter another times. Like, there are so many customers that I'm looking at, but I only want to look at product A. Okay, then I can do that. Then I am filtering based on two criteria. Okay, I can always do that. Alright, so there are some other functions and details. You can do text filters, you can clear whatever, you can even search inside the factors that you are looking at. So I'm going to leave them to yourself. Okay, so lastly, I want to mention one thing is that when we are trying to do the filtering, quantity column should be ignored. Why is that? Because quantity is actually a quantitative variable. So even though when we do filtering, we can still do that, but it's somewhat meaningless. What we should do is that because product customers, they are categorical variables, so it makes more sense to do filter based on your categorical variables. Okay, so I hope you can see the differences.